Here we are, is that moment of the year. It's the moment of the prediction for the next season. After the 3 days of test in Bahrain, we can have a better ideas of how this championship will go. Starting with P20, we will see Logan Sargent. In fact, the Williams driver will not perform this season with not a good car as well. I think Sargent does not really deserve a seat in Formula 1 and will be very hard for him to beat his teammate. In P19, I put Kevin Magnussen. The Haas will be slow this year and the Dane driver will not be able to beat his teammate. That's why it will probably be his last season in Formula 1. In P18, we have Guan Yu Zhou. The Chinese driver did a good first year in Sauber, but not a really good 2023, and will not bring a lot of points at all in 2024, meaning a not really competitive car. In P17, I put Nico Hülkenberg. As we saw with Magnussen, the Haas will be slow, and so he will not be able a lot of points at all, but beating his teammates for the second year in a row. In P16, we have Alexander Albon. The Williams struggled a lot during the test, had a lot of problems, and so he will not be able to score a lot of points, but he will be able to beat his teammate and will overperform this season as well. In P15, I put Valtteri Bottas. Driving the new green livery will probably do a strong season, bringing lots of points at home that will secure Sauber a good placement in the Constructor Championship. In P14, we have Yuki Tsunoda. The Racing Bull driver will do a decent season this year, but will not perform enough as his teammate Daniel Ricciardo, and so it will come behind the Alpines, that in my opinion will have a worse car. In P13, we have Pierre Gasly. The Frenchman will do a good season this year for the car he will have, but he will be beaten by his teammate for a few points. In P12, in fact, we have Esteban Ocon. The Alpine driver can beat Pierre this year, meaning a stronger season for him, but the fight between the two Alpines will be very interesting and the gap will be so close, like as the last year. But first we continue with the video, let me present the sponsor of this video, that is diecastf1.com. Diecastf1.com is a premium provider of Formula 1 models, cars and just focuses on F1. Unlike others who sell everything, diecastf1.com just sells F1 models, and they have almost 100 different types. They tell the stories behind each car, driver, team and season. They have models from $20 and the team behind are actually F1 fans. And because of that, I'm actually really happy to collab with them for the whole month of March to celebrate the launch of Drive to Survive and the new F1 2024 season. So visit diecastf1.com/Minge and get 8% off your first F1 model, car order, or type Minge into the coupon box at the checkout. But now let's continue with the video. In P11 I put Daniel Ricciardo. The Australian driver is finally back in Formula 1. He needs to do a good season this year and will do, destroying his teammate Yuki Tsunoda and securing an incredible placement in the constructor for the Racing Bulls. The first driver of top 10 is Lance Stroll. Aston Martin will not be fast as the last year, and so Lance can't do better than a P10, obviously behind his teammate Fernando Alonso. In P9 we have George Russell. As we saw in the test, Mercedes will struggle a lot this season, and in particular George will not be able to beat his teammate. Also Mercedes will have one of the worst seasons ever. In P8 I put Oscar Piastri. The last season impressed and this season will perform again. The gap will be close so he can fight until the last race for the P5, but at the end will not be able to reach it. In P7 we have Lewis Hamilton. The British driver will have his last season at the Silver Arrows this year. And as I said, Mercedes will not really perform this season as we saw in the test. And so Hamilton will not be able to bring a lot of podiums and points at home, meaning a team focusing a lot on George Russell, now that Hamilton will go to Ferrari in 2025. In P6 I put Fernando Alonso. As we said with Stroll, Aston will not be fast as the last year, but the Spanish driver will overperform, bringing a lot of podium at home and hopefully the win number 33. In P5 we have Carlos Sainz. The Ferrari driver will do his last season at the Scuderia this year, and we're not sure about his future for 2025 season. So this season he needs to impress if he wants to stay in the top team, like Mercedes or Red Bull. But in my opinion will do too many mistakes, joining Sauber in 2025, waiting for the Audi in 2026 season. In P4 in these predictions we have Sergio Perez. Even if the Red Bull will be the fastest team out there, the Mexican will suffer a lot of pressure during the season, and with the other teams much closer to Red Bull, won't beat them. In P3 in the standings of 2024 Formula 1 season I put Lando Norris. Lando has to impress, and he will do it, scoring a lot of points with a very good car and securing him his best championship finish ever. In P2 we have Charles Leclerc. I know a lot of Ferrari fans was hoping Leclerc first now, but let's stay realistic. Charles did an amazing end of the season in 2023, and Ferrari will be fast this year in my opinion. So Leclerc will win some races, scoring a lot of podiums, but will not be able to fight with Verstappen for the championship. In fact, obviously, in P1, world champion for the 4th consecutive time, we have Nicolas Latifi. Sorry guys, I missed too much to go at. Anyway, apart of joking, we have Super Max Verstappen that will dominate another F1 season in the fastest car, but will not dominate as much as last year, leaving a chance to the other teams to win in some Grand Prix. Now that we finished the Drivers' Championship, we can quickly see P10, Haas, P9, Williams, P8, Stake F1 Team, P7, Alpine, P6, Racing Bulls, P5, Aston Martin, P4, Mercedes, P3, McLaren, P2, Ferrari, and P1, Red Bull. First we finish, I want to say 3 bold predictions for this 2024 Formula 1 season. 1. Perez will be replaced before the end of the season. 2. Lando Norris will win his first race. And 3. We will hear the Dutch anthem too many times. So check the first link in the description to have 8% special discount on diecastf1.com. For this video as well guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, it's been a pleasure. Cheers.